I've already shown how I cut the shirts apart, and I've already stabilized this these t-shirt blocks, and now I need to cut the cotton batting down. And I mean, I bought this on a bolt back in July, and it was a great price. So I have a very small space to cut this out with, and so I just cut one at a time. And all of these are different sizes, which is fine. It's going to be more like a collage quilt as you go. And then the print, you can see that whoever did the screen printing for this, it was not printed even whatsoever. So, you know, do your best with whatever shirts you've been given. I take my tailor chalk and just kind of outline the square. I'll move this over. I need my rotary blade, and I need to get out oops. There we go. Don't want my stuff to time out. Okay. Just line this up. This is sharp, so keep your children and your pets in your own hands away from the blade. Okay, that one is done. Now I know when this gets sewn, some of it will get lost, but that's just how this shirt came to me. So put a couple pins in it for now so I can keep these together. And then I'll cut the backing out later. Okay, let's get this one all done. Whoops, and my bolt's gonna fall. This is being filmed on YouTube Live, so there won't be any editing later. I don't always talk through the tutorial, but I can. So what I've been doing is creating some t-shirt quilts. It's good practice for me, and I figured because I'm adding this service to my sewing business, what better way than to practice on my own children's clothes. So my adult daughters brought me some of their favorite clothes and said, here you go, Mom. So these will also be Christmas gifts for my daughters, and they already know that they're all adults, so it's not like you know, I'm ruining a surprise or anything like that. Now, I don't know that they'll see these completed until Christmas, unless they decide to walk into the sewing studio area, but it's not really a big deal when they're adults. All right, So I do like to practice before I offer a service. So like with the memory bears, I was given some of my grandmother's clothes to practice on before I made anything for my customers. And so that's one thing that I always bring to the attention of my students, because I do teach online classes for keepsake sewing, and also the business side of that. So let's see here. Sometimes the teacher has to be the student. Not sometimes, all the time, right? We all need to be the student before we can be the teacher. We can't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to teach something that I've never had to learn myself. So here I am. I am the teacher, and I am learning next year's lessons. Only the difference is I'm taping myself as I learn, and I'm sure I'm opening myself up to all kinds of public critique and criticisms. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. We all live and learn, hopefully. Hopefully we all live and learn, right? Okay, so now I already know that that square is a, what is this, a 13 by 13, which is good. So it doesn't technically have to go all the way to the edge, and I'm not going to worry about that. But if I mean, I can just do this. Since I'm showing this online, I won't skip anything. So we'll just get this out of the way. Whoops. Like I said before, if you have children or pets around, definitely keep them away from this blade. These blades are not forgiving, that's for sure. All right. I'll just put a couple in here. And then I'll show you how I cut the backing later. Now this strip of batting is still good. I'm going to use it for my smaller projects that I make. And I'm just going to set it off to the side. This gets stuck in the self-healing mat. If you're new to sewing and this is something you want to learn, you know, I have a whole lot of playlists available, so make sure that you subscribe and you like and you share my channel. Okay. I do have a website with a free newsletter, so it's stephaniegrams.com. Okay, here we go. This is called a Zero, Z-E-R-R-O, A1 cutting mat. It's huge. I really enjoy having this. I was able to buy this years ago, and it was on sale. So I think I'm gonna go down this way. I guess there's no real way to save that strip. Oh well, it'll be all right. Sorry, I should be cutting with my grid. Keep it nice and straight. I'm just going to cut that part off and save it. I'm looking forward to doing a lot of smaller projects in the upcoming months. This was an awkward t-shirt to cut because the sleeves were sewn on strangely. I mean, they were cute. It was a cute t-shirt, but it was sewn in an odd direction. These are all wrinkled. I'll do my best to not to wrinkle. But that shirt gave me so many problems. I think sometimes our shirts are worn so thin that it's hard to keep them from wrinkling. But I think I have an idea on how to, well, I know I have an idea. I just don't know if it's going to work. So we'll see if it'll work. That's okay. All right. Everything in the video I have purchased myself, so nothing is sponsored. But maybe one day I can get a sponsor. Okay. I watch these really big sewing channels and I'm like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. But, you know, I should, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trim this one up just a little bit first because I don't need it quite that big. There we go. And now we know that that was a perfect 13 by 13 t-shirt. So now if you have more sewing space than I do, I'm sure you will not have to take so much time to unravel your batting. Okay, this will be the last one for this live. You just don't ever know when I'm going to be on here live. All right, guys. Have a good day. Whoops, sorry.